Nothing much to report, so welcome to Suzuka. There we go. So finish first. Well, we got Austin, so we'll sort that, no problem. What's the weather? Oh my god, look at that weather. That weather is horrible. I don't know what will be started on there, but good lord. Might be starting on wets. That's gonna be very interesting there. Here's our new contract. We took the development and the upgrade speed off because we didn't really need it. We're at that stage where you don't really need it much. We've adapted a couple of parts for Williams, so that'll help them out. We'll adapt a few more parts once we get through practice. We should get a fair amount because we've got to the when it changes over. There you go. We got the rivals. That's going to sort itself out this weekend, so that's all well and good. 34 podium finishes, so only 7 more to go there. We don't really need to look at all this over here because we've been crowned. We were crowned drivers' champion at Italy, and we were crowned constructors' champions in the last race. So the only thing that needs to happen is Stoffel needs to score. We don't know if Stoffel will score or not. Look at Hartley. I'm gonna try hard. He got a few points. He must have got a few more points. When did Hartley score a few more points? Where's Hartley? There he is. Oh, he got a 4. He hasn't scored for a while, has he? It's Stoffel that needs to score. Oh, it was Magnussen that was struggling to get points, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, Stoffel needs to score. But, yeah, so what we're going to do now, we're going to head off for practice and qualifying. We'll see you for the wet and wild race.
And a very warm welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, an event that has decided a Drivers' Championship 11 times over the years and has hosted some very memorable races as well. Who can forget Kimi Raikkonen's win from 17th on the grid in 2005, or Kamui Kobayashi's incredible drive to a podium in 2012. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at a wet and windy Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with Sector 1 likely to prove especially difficult in these conditions. We should see overtaking into turns 1 and 16 today, and maybe a few Kobayashi-style dives into the hairpin as well. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Paul. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off, with the title already in the bag.
I agree it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Lance Stroll yesterday puts him on pole position, and Paul completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ocon, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Raikkonen, Bottas, Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, Ericsson, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo and Perez, Van Dorn, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly and Brendan Hartley. Hülkenberg, they've taken a grid penalty, and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Don't let me down. Oh, you must be joking. Have you seen these conditions? Look at this. This is terrible. It's like someone brought a monsoon to Japan for some reason. I assume we're only one stopping today. Yeah, we're one stop. Well, we're no stopping, actually, sorry. Good. Mind you, look at the middle of the race. There's going to be an absolute deluge. Free street. That must mean an absolute thunderous monsoon-type downpour thing. Although you may see some people go to the inters towards the end with it dying down. That's going to be an interesting see if that happens. But we're definitely not going to be pitting today. In fact, if we have our way, we're definitely not going to be doing much of anything. So, yeah. This is not going to be good. Let's just get on with it then. So here we go, voyage into the unknown. 5 red sights are out quickly, and we're off and underway, and everyone seems to have got a reasonable start. Oh, actually, no, we haven't got a reasonable start. We've been absolutely mugged by a bunch of cars there. Oh, excuse you, coming through, Seb. Whoa! What is Sebastian Vettel doing there? Oh, he's even clashed into the side of one of the Renaults there. I think that was Carlos Sainz. Good lord, so Lance Stroll's out in the lead with Esteban Ocon right behind him. There's myself and Sebastian Vettel as we through that bloody Nora. Jesus Christ, the conditions are absolutely treacherous going into the Degners. Oh my god, we don't want to be doing too much of that. We got Seb all over our case as we head into the hairpin for the first time. 13 laps is going to be the longest 13 laps of anybody's life here if people have their way. Looks like Ocon and Stroll are going to have their own little battle here. We're being chased down by Sebastian Vettel as we head up to Spoon Curve for the first time under the Rolex Bridge. Whoa, bye-bye, Dad! God, what on earth? What was going on there? Yeah, that's more rallying than going around Spoon Corner. I think someone needs to get their act together up there, because if not, Sebastian Vettel's going to be down the inside into 130R, and we don't want that as we go into 130R. Not even flat out. It's not flat out today. No way, no hell into the Casio Triangle. And good Lord Almighty, that is one lap done and dusted, and we've got 12 more to go. Lance Stroll obviously sets the fastest lap of the race. Why not? Because well, he's out in the lead, so he's going to as we head into the first corner. And look at that. Conditions are utterly atrocious. You cannot believe how bad it is driving around here, because you just have to make sure the car is so straight when you put the power down, and even then when you do put the power down, it's not always possible to get the power down quickly enough. But into the Dunlop curve as we get another little twitchy back end. Sebastian Vettel all over our rear into the Degners. Climb over the first corner into the second corner. We might have a bit of a chance on Esteban Ocon here in a second. See if we can catch up to him into the hairpin. You can barely see the car in front. That's not good. It's not good at all with these conditions. This is we did the heavy rain at Hockenheim, but this is nothing compared to Hockenheim. Absolutely nothing. As we start thinking about a move, we've got a nice run out of the Spoon Corner on Esteban Ocon. Let's see if we can get the run going. Might get him into 130R. That's going to be a brave move, whoever tries that. See if, yeah, here it comes. 130. Oh, we thought about 130R, but we had to back out of it then. And that might put Sebastian Vettel all over our tail into the Casio Triangle. Lance Stroll still out in the lead. Ocon, then myself, then Vettel. And then that Renault. I think it's Hulkenberg. Or is it Sainz? It's one of the two. I've just said the right answer. I don't know which one is the right answer yet. And we head down into the first corner. Into the first corner. Oh, we're practically pushing Ocon for. Oh, go around the outside. Why not? More grip round there. Oh, that is an incredible manoeuvre. And it's so good, in fact, that I think Vettel has just nutted into the back of Ocon. That might damage a bit of wing there for somebody. And now it's all down to the teammates here. Lance Stroll out in lead for the Williams team. Myself in second place. Into the Degner corners now. Where are we going to do Lance Stroll here? We might think about Lance Stroll into 130R. May even think about Lance Stroll into the Casio Triangle. But you've got to be so precise in these conditions. It's an utter storm out here.
Heavy rain to stay a while. Doesn't look like it's moving anytime soon.
Lord. Good Lord, that was a tag slapper and a half there. As we get ready, this is going to be the pass here. Now, is it going to be into 130R? Is it going to be into the Casio Triangle? Oh, we don't know. We're thinking about 130R. We're not close enough. We'll get a nice run through 130R, though. But we're not close enough. Oh! Lance has just let us go. Okay, then. We'll take that. I don't know what Lance is thinking there. I think Lance has taken leave of his senses as we take the lead to the Japanese Grand Prix. In fact, he's coming back at us into the first corner of the two Williams side by side. And Lance had to really back out of that one there, because if he didn't back out, I think he was going to be in a lot of trouble there. Oh dear. That yeah, that was not pretty in the slightest between the two Williams there. You had shades of the two McLarens there as we almost lose it again in the Dunlop corner. Yeah, that was almost shades of Senna and Prost twice there. Probably even shades of Hakkinen and Schumacher in there as well. But now Williams number 4 out in the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. And look at the train that's following us behind us. Looks like there's a nice little scrap going on behind us, but no one wants to pass anyone around this circuit. It's almost as if they're scared. And I don't want to say they are scared, because I'm pretty sure they're not scared. But they just don't want to go off the racing line and make that pass. If you make the pass, you've got to hope it sticks. And if it doesn't stick, you're taking everyone out at the same time. Which, believe it or not, is not the best thing here as we... no, who is this? That's Marcus Ericsson. Why have we gone to Marcus Ericsson? Oh, Ericsson's just
we're leading our teammate by 1.9 seconds.
And caution,
the virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta. Okay, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Let's get that into lean mix and we'll just trundle around for a little bit. Even at these slow speeds, it's...
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
So we'll try and get the pack. There we go. Power down through Dunlop. Let's go. We're off again. See, don't think Lance caught us up too much there. That's always the problem with the VSC. It doesn't lock everyone into the same speed. You got to do it manually, which does kind of suck, if you ask me. But oof, nearly got a tank. Oh, got a bit wide in the hairpin there. Might want to. Excuse me again. Dear me. That Cherry Coke is disagreeing with us a little bit there. As we head into the Spoon corner. The first part's not too bad. The second part's all right as well. But in the rain, Spoon is just so treacherous because Spoon basically leads you down the back straight here to the 130R. And if you don't get 130R right, then you're in a heap of trouble. Because you've got the Casio triangle at the end of the lap there. But into the triangle we go, as we go back through the field. Who's this? This is Fernando Alonso here. And he's got for company Daniel Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton. And oh, Hamilton, excuse you. Track's over this way, my man. Where are you going? That's Alonso through past Hamilton there. Nice shot going back looking at the suspension. We don't want to look at that though, Mr. Cameraman, if you don't mind. Although here comes Hamilton. And Ricciardo's... I don't know where Ricciardo's going, but track's over this way, buddy. Use it if you want it. Dear me. Well, it's all kicking off here in the Japanese Grand Prix, isn't it? Just look at these conditions, man. These are getting a bit wide through there, but you can barely see the trees in the distance. This must be that monsoon weather that was coming. I mean, you could just see here now. Look at these conditions. You can barely see us going into the spray. That you would not be surprised right now. Look at that. That is, oh dear me. It's almost a case in point that the safety car may come out here for the weather. You don't want to see it happen because it may not come out. But you can barely see going into. So look at that. I mean, that is one thing I will say about this game. It's absolutely done the business as far as the weather's concerned, because you didn't get this with 2017, and you certainly didn't get it with 2016 as well. But over to start lap number 7 of the Japanese Grand Prix. Look at that view. That's a great shot. Great shot going into. Look at that. Oh dear me. And that's what's waiting. Well, that's what's coming down right now. This track is just so treacherous right now. One wrong move and somebody's in the kitty litter. And you don't want to see that, especially what happened a few years ago to Jules Bianchi at this circuit. May he rest in peace. But, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, and there's a tank slapper out of the Degner corner. Somebody needs to get hold of the conditions here. Because if not, there's going to be a nasty car.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
It had to happen, because otherwise there was going to be a big crash. I mean, look at that. You can barely see. I mean, this is later on during the safety car period as we come through the S's, and you're about to see, I think. Look at that. You barely see the safety car. You can barely see the safety car. That's how bad conditions are. That they had to put it out. If they didn't, then, like I said, someone was going to end their race then. But coming up to finish the safety car now, we've got a 4-lap sprint to the end now.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
To try and get a jump on Lance Stroll here. Because if we don't get the jump on Stroll, I kind of imagine that something might happen. What's going on here? Safety car's taking its time getting in. But there we go, he's finally in. And we're off and racing again, but I think Stroll's woke up with us. In fact, look at this. Stroll's going to come with us. Why not? Oh, God. Not free wide into the first corner with Ocon. Yep. Oh, almost. But I think Lance... oh! Excuse you, Lance! Oh, there goes a bit of wing. Somebody's lost a piece of wing there. I don't know who it was. But it's getting really personal between the two Williams cars. Oh. So, me. Maybe it was a lap too early to bring the safety car in. They should have kept us going at one more lap, I think. But that was very personal between the two Williams.
The tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now.
Somebody lost a bit of front wing there as we head down the field. That is one of the Mercedes. That's Lewis Hamilton, who's still there. Is he about to... Oh, hello. Opportunity to move. Hey, excuse you. Coming through, Alonso. Haha. Scrub. Oh, that's Hamilton on Alonso. Caught Alonso napping in the hairpin there. And move Hamilton up. That's around about P8, I think. Somewhere back in there as we head down to the 130R. Luckily, the rain has cleared up. Well, it hasn't cleared up. It's cleared up more significantly than it did. You can see the wheel now as well, which is much better. You couldn't see it when
There's
that
5
heavy
laps of
deluge
fuel remaining.
came down. I don't ever want to see that kind of deluge ever again, because that just was not a good idea for anybody to be racing in that condition. I mean that, folks, because Lord knows what was going through people's minds when we were racing in that condition. But through the S's, you can see the back end of the car just wants to slide out. We're having to try and be so neat through these corners, because the tyres are going to be coming towards the end of their life now.
Rain to ease up in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till light rain.
Not the best thing to happen in the world. But, well, we set fastest first sector as well. So, these tyres are not done with yet by a long shot, I would say, as we go into the hairpin. And the car's still trying to fight the conditions. Can I also say, we haven't had many wet races this year as well. Which is unusual. I'm trying to remember an actual full proper wet race that we had this season, and really one's not springing to mind. Bahrain, there was Canada, no. There was rain during practice at Paul Ricard, but I think that was about it. No circuit. Oh no, the German Grand Prix had rain, because Vettel did his old disappearing act in front of his home ground, and he wasn't best pleased about it as we come across to start.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
We're in rich. We may as well just kick it back here, because these conditions will come back and bite me on the rear end if I'm not careful. But well, these S's are certainly a candidate to do that, as we almost lose the back end, and we almost lose it again. There's 2 warnings, and in the space of a corner. Any more warnings, and we're gonna be done for, and we don't want to be done for. We'd ideally like to win the Japanese Grand Prix. It's one that we very rarely do well at. Tyres didn't look too bad. They're certainly not looking too warm as well, as we get a look at Marcus Ericsson here. This is way down the order. And who's he coming up to? That looks like the back of Daniel Ricciardo. After he's recovered. Oh, another opportunistic move. Excuse you, almost into the back of Van Dorn. Hey! People are making the opportunistic moves as we see that lovely. Oh, and there goes Ricciardo back on. Bye-bye. Dear me. That's another one that's going to get pretty personal in a second. As we come through 1:30 for the penultimate time, we're coming to start the last lap, and the car is squirming about all over the place. It really is just struggling for grip here as we come out the last corner. Get the signal for the final lap down into the first corner. Oof. I'll be glad this nightmare is over now, as we come out of the first corner and now into the S's. Just gonna make sure we do this properly. If we don't do this properly, then it's all gonna, you can kick. Whoa! No! What you done? Oh no! What have you done? You absolute rank amateur! And oh, it's kicking off behind him as Ocon's hit Stroll. What on earth, in the space of a corner? We've just thrown up. Oh, and the car is still trying to fight us. What on earth? What have I done? What have I gone and done? We were cruising in the lead and we've binned it. Oh, and then Ocon hit Stroll. Oh my giddy golly aunt. What on earth happened there? There are no words. No words can describe. As we lose the back end again. And Sainz has just tried to take us. We've just done the outside of Sainz. That'll be the end of his thing, I think. But good Lord, we have absolutely thrown this race away in one corner. And there's nothing you can really say. As we come out of the Cassia Triangle, it's not going to be Stroll that wins. It's Esteban Ocon that'll win the race. And we're going to finish fourth.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's Grand Prix. And there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Force India on the top step. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Nico Hülkenberg, hasn't it? Very clean, very smooth. He can be really pleased with that one.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Well, like I said, there's no words. We had that race in the bag. And we have thrown it away. What on earth have we done? I don't even want to guess what we did. That was just, oh my word. I don't quite know how to put this. But gutting is not the word. And Claire, well, she's probably going to rub it in now.
Amazing performance out there.
And honestly, I'm
really
not.
Happy. How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
We'll just say that one.
So talk us through what happened between
He was
you
being
and
a
your
dick.
rival today. It was more like
Yes.
dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it?
Rep decrease for Sauber.
Your battle got a bit heated, didn't it?
I didn't hit
Appreciate your
anyone
time.
at Sauber. In fact, we were nowhere near a Sauber all day. So, I don't know why Sauber got a decrease there. Yeah, we didn't beat Stroll. Beat Vettel though. That's something, I suppose. I still cannot believe we absolutely binned it. That's going to put all the pressure on Austin to win the race.
Well, let's hope for a better race next
Shut up,
time,
Jeff.
eh?
Ooh, it's time to get a contract.
To new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
Yeah, he's not very happy, is he, Carl? Alright, let's see what we can do here. 600 points. You know what? We'll give him a minor upgrade, I think. Or actually, no, we might give him a major. Yeah, we'll adapt a major for him. Let's do that for Williams, because we want to leave them in a good place when the inevitable happens. Want to leave them in a really good place. I don't think we'll do any more engine, because their engine's one of the best, but certainly we'll adapt to the aero department, make sure that's all up to scratch for them. Yeah, everything looks alright there. Fourth. Who would have thought fourth was actually our worst result of the season? And fourth is still points. Jesus Christ. Well, we've only got ourselves to blame there, because we were just cruising and the inevitable happened. Right. I think it's time to negotiate a new contract. Don't you think? Oh no, we don't negotiate a new contract, do we? We've got this contract now to the end of the season. But I suppose that's it then. So yeah,